All right. What's up, YouTube family? It is K-Rod here. I'm here with a good little live stream video for y'all today. I wanted to make this video to make my fair argumentation of a article that I saw here on Sports I have the link right here. Salute to the family of whoever shows up, but I will be making my little article review of this piece of article that I saw over the internet. For any of you that are into League of Legends, the video game that I usually play for most of my time, and I'm just gonna give like my little, whatchamacallit, like my take on this. And also on top of that, for all you sports people, the Chicago Bulls are currently facing against the Brooklyn Nets. Unfortunately, we lost to the Mavericks. Screw you, Mavericks. We had a literally a 9 game win streak that was broken by the Dallas Mavericks. So sadly, the Bulls, like we weren't able to get that victory, but hopefully the Bulls, they can do what they have to do to get back up to the top. So yeah, let's talk about this article that I saw. For those of you that are into League of Legends and like the video game. So this is a article by Sportskita where this guy by the name of Sayantan Biba Bazil Chowdhury, I'll just call him Sion, but this guy made a good article of the importance of Flex Q in League of Legends and why it is heavily underused. So, for those of you that don't know, Flex Q is a mode in League of Legends in ranked gameplay where you can team up with teams of five, threes, and I believe twos, but not in fours. Because in fours, it's harder to find that fifth man that's able to fill up the, fifth spot. So that's why groups of two, threes, and fives are the usual dynamic grouping for ranked in League of Legends Flex Q. So for those of you that don't know, Flex Q is just simply the other half of solo queue, but it's just in team gameplay. And team gameplay is very important in League of Legends. For those of you that don't know, it is a very highly competitive video game, and I will say that based off of my own personal experience that I've had playing some ranked games. And I will say that I usually just try to do the best I can to try to win the game. And you know, on top of that, there are times where I can hard carry a game, and when I do feel strong enough to win, I'll do it to win. And I will say Flex Q, in my honest opinion, is actually way better than solo queue, because in solo queue, there's just no team play, there's no proper communication to win, and there's just no, hard, incentive to actually grind it out and actually get what you want, in the ranked season. So, on top of that, FlexQ actually offers you better rewards, and I kind of do wish Riot could actually give you more rewards for playing FlexQ because the games are way more harder, in my honest opinion. But if you're playing FlexQ more often, you should get more, let's just say RP, or let's just say money, or whatever type of like rewards that you can think of. And I think that would be a very good idea that Riot should give to people that grind it out. They should give people skins. They should give people little, basically everything. So, um, I mean, everything that I've seen out of League of Legends, despite its toxic community, it has been a pretty decent improvement as far as like what FlexQ has been doing. But what I will say, as far as what this article has says, this guy has said Riot introduced FlexQ to League of Legends a few years ago as a replacement for ranked teams. However, many players cannot flex with their friends when there were big gaps in their ranks. Thus, Riot Games brought a minor change in the same last year since patch 10.15, aka Season 10. The players can match up rank flex queue with anyone without rank restrictions. Flex queue is a queue for competitive groups in League of Legends, and flex queue players can queue solo or with groups of two, three, or five. Its ranking system is different from the dynamic queue ranking. Players can earn rank rewards from flex queue at the end of the season. Initially, flex queue was not considered to be a serious play mode by many league regulars. It was mainly played for fun. Then Riot Games introduced a few minor changes so that the players take the queue more seriously. Players got an option to play with their friends from varied ranks. Over the year, nothing has changed, and um, Flex queue remains an ignored and underused or and underused mode of ranked play in League of Legends. And then right here, he goes on to say League of Legends Flex queue and its importance in pro play. Riot Games introduced Flex queue to help improve the coordination and strategic play. This mode allows the choice of queue partners who can discuss strategies with a shared goal. League of Legends amateurs got a brilliant in-game practice mode through Flex queue, which could push them forward towards competing high elo. Unfortunately, this model remained underused as many players could not make the best out of it. Riot's caster Isaac Azael Cummings Bentley's recently tweeted, "I generally wish people or I generally wish more people liked FlexQ. Being able to pick who you're queuing with, worked together with the same goals, strategies, etc., and making coordinated plays is what makes League of Legends so fun for me. Solo queue doesn't do it for me anymore. Too much hate, no team play." And I definitely agree with that opinion and that statement. But I'm going to give my take after this article. Coming from a competitive esports background and World of Warcraft, StarCraft 2, Azael understands the scenario. He further stated the importance of queuing up with friends for grinding one gaming skills. "I generally wish more people liked FlexQ, being able to pick who you're queuing with, work together with the same goals, strategies, making coordinated plays is what makes League of Legends so fun for me." And this is like what I've already said, but he said right here, coming from a competitive background in World of Warcraft, StarCraft 2, Hearthstone, etc., I was either playing with people I chose to queue with or playing solo. Either way, you know what you're getting into. That's something I've always missed with solo queue and team based games. Flex queue could be a perfect model for the League of Legends players to grind and develop their skills to plan. Solo queues and team based games often miss the benefits of competitiveness. League of Legends regular and Redditor, I don't know who this guy is, but he said, elaborated on the sentiment expressed by Azael. The Redditor wrote, "I really do agree with Azael here. I think that because of the public outcry of how DQ was utilized and then the constant comparisons between Dota's party queue and League's flex queue, Flex never got a chance to shine. Now with Clash being such a big deal, you rarely see people talking about partying up on flex queue to practice for Clash. Many players think that flex queue has no competitive integrity because of the player's huge skill variance. Thus, they lack interest uh, um, uh, in investing time. As a result, most of them do not have enough game counts to be properly placed in their true elo range." And then right here, he said, "Once League of Legends players start investing time on flex queue, as they do in solo queue, the matchmaking would improve with the increase in player counts of the same rank." See, now, my whole take on this is that Flex Queue is a really good mode. I personally enjoy Flex Queue simply for the manner that Flex Queue has a lot of great team based vibes and there's less toxicity. in the flex queue realm of playing League of Legends. See, now don't get it twisted. I mean, League of Legends is still a insanely toxic game, and as much as I don't appreciate playing League at times when League does get a little bit, how should I say, too out of hand. And I will say, as far as like what the game can do better in, is that Riot, they really do need to stop giving people a lot of how should I say, a lot of excuses to not like work together, and trying to punish people that want to work together, and then they get pissed off for basically the right reasons that will try to get somebody banned, in which that's really how Riot tries to operate. They basically operate off of stupid logic and irrational reasoning. Well, I wouldn't even call it reasoning. It's just a rational behavior to say, well, if you say one bad word to your teammate, then therefore you get banned or blah, blah, blah. You can't talk no more. And you shouldn't be matched up with any good players because you actually grinded out an entire game all by yourself and you carried the team to victory, but your teammates don't get punished for inting, calling you bad, trying to talk shit down onto you and making you feel like a piece of shit, because that's literally the nature of solo queue games and normal games. I'm just gonna keep it real because I've been playing League since like I'll just say season 10. That was like my actual real commitment to the game. But League of Legends is just literally the type of game where there's no proper teamwork. The champions that are used in the game are very unbalanced. There's no proper balancing in the game, like compared to Halo, compared to Dota, compared to I'll just say NBA 2K. Though like, those games have balance. Those games give you a drive to actually play the game. But I mean, if we're gonna talk about more other balanced competitive MOBA games, games like StarCraft, games like Star Wars Battlefront, like those games are ultra balanced. There's no such thing as broken mechanics because those teams that are put together, I'll even use Battlefield 4, that's hands down like one of like my favorite games to play. There's no such thing as you going out there and doing it all by yourself and you can have like a broken class of a certain soldier to just keep abusing and killing people. No, like Battlefield is still Battlefield. You still have to work together as a team to lead your team to victory. So I think flex queue is a great start, and I think solo queue needs to be taken out of the picture, in which obviously if people want to do solo queue, it should be solo queue. It should not be no fucking duos, no fucking boosters. It should be purely solo, and everything should be randomized to the point where you get matched up with different players. But obviously, like let's just say if you have high you know MMR and you've been winning like your past 50 games, you should be placed with higher MMR players that are just as good as you. So that way it actually makes you more how should I say, more incentivized to actually play the game more, and you'll actually get more rewards for winning with competitive teams. And don't get it twisted. Like, I mean, there will be times where people want to AFK, people want to just give up and say, all right, well, fuck you, I'm not going to play. And I get that. And I think, honestly, the CPU should automatically take over if, like, if your player or your teammate decides to just disconnect for the hell of it. And that should automatically be, them being penalized with a let's just say a like a 3 game suspension or a 5 game suspension. at least like just give them, like a warning, and tell them, if you're gonna continue doing this, then you should get be or those players should be put under, like losers queue, or just like lower MMR, being, matched up with bad players that obviously, want to lose and they don't have any drive to play the game anymore. But I don't know. I mean, I'm just spitballing here. I don't have all the answers, and I think it would be a good a good idea to have, flex queue take over, solo queue, because flex queue is, actually like the better model to have, to be on that same level with World of Warcraft, StarCraft 2, and Hearthstone. Obviously, Hearthstone, I believe that's like a card game, but I'll just use, what's that other game called? That's played on BattleNet. Fuck, man. Like, what's that other game called? Um, I'm trying to think of it. It's on the tip of my tongue. I think it's Heroes of the Storm. Yeah, Heroes of the Storm. That was a good game. But yeah, I mean, this is a good article. I was actually very curious about it because, um, I mean, flex queue to me is a very good queue. And obviously, before anybody tries to come up here and try to tell me, oh, well, no, K Rob, like, you're wrong, blah, blah, blah. Flex queue isn't that good because no one doesn't give a crap about it. And people usually do a lot of things as far as, making things worse for, I guess, like the opposing enemy team. Because, like, if you have, like, low elo versus high elo, it's usually, like, an easier way to victory. Hey, salute to you, Dwayne Freeman. Nice talking with you earlier. Hope everything's good with you. But yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm definitely, you know, down to see good changes made for league, and I hope the ranking system can get better and the matchmaking system can get better too. But I think with due time and the quality of like what League of Legends will do, that'll definitely help out the I guess like the political compass of where pro play can can stop being focused on, and solo queue and flex queue can be focused on more. And I hope Riot does do that. And I think like Riot should definitely do that as well. And then on top of that, the game should definitely incentivize players to actually play the game more by giving them actual in-game prize rewards. Every time every time that you win and rank up and actually get up to that high level, I think that'll definitely help out the game more. But yeah, that's about it. As far as boxing goes, don't forget to watch Joe Smith Jr. He's gonna fight that black dude that no one doesn't really know, but I'm not gonna really talk about that fight. I have no interest about that. I guarantee you that if Joe Smith Jr. looks good against that that black person, Kenneth Gerfred, he's probably gonna be next in line to face Canelo Alvarez, because I've heard some talks that Canelo he wants to move down to 175, but I don't think Canelo Alvarez is probably going to do that. Just simply because, like, if he had to go all the way up to 190 and he's going to cut 15 pounds of pure muscle and fat to face Joe Smith Jr., I don't think it would make any sense for Canelo to do that. But then again, he is Canelo Alvarez, and he is the political cash cow. So like whatever happens next for Canelo, if he's either going to face him or try to face, Jamal Charlo, in which I don't think him and Charlo are going to fight each other. I think Canelo, he's too afraid to fight Charlo. And I think Jamal Charlo, even though that he's not as purely focused compared to his previous, his previous versions of him being focused, I think Charlo, with all, due honesty, I think Jamal Charlo will be super focused against a Canelo Alvarez, because no matter what you think of him, Jamal Charlo is still destroying people in boxing, and I guess like wherever he goes for the rest of his career, Canelo Alvarez knows that Jamal Charlo is no one to be played with, and I think Jamal Charlo he's gonna make it shine at 168 or 175, but I think 168 is where Jamal Charlo caps his career at. But as far as the fight goes with Joe Smith Jr., fight card, Abraham Supernova, he'll be the co-main event. Omar Rosario will be on the card. Troy Isley will be on the card. Duke Reagan, he'll be on the card. I hope I could see them there at the fight, and I will give you guys the live coverage at that fight. Hopefully, if I am able to, depending on Top Rank trying to, like maybe bullshit on people trying to record, but I'm pretty sure I can. So I'm gonna try to get live coverage for that, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated for that. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Oh, also, don't forget about Mr. Gary Russell. Shout out to Dwayne Freeman. He's connected with Gary Russell through family bloodline, but he'll be fighting Mark Maxayo January 22nd. Don't miss that fight. Also, the Puerto Rican brother, Mr. Brownie, Mr. Super Yell, Brownie Matias. He will be fighting his rival opponent that had defeated him in the past through via robbery, Mr. Petros Ananian. That will be at 140 on the nose. I believe so, if I'm not mistaken. But that will be on the Gary Russell versus Mark Maxayo undercard. Hopefully, Subriel, he's a co-main event, because if he is a co-main event, that's a damn good co-main event, in my honest opinion. But I hope Subriel, he knocks his ass out, and Puerto Rico, we can be back on top, because Subriel Matias, he is on the way to be the next person in line to get that IBF title, and hopefully everything can be put to basically put to rest with this whole curse that Puerto Ricans can't win world titles, blah blah blah, and hopefully that does happen. So I can't wait. I hope Super Macias destroys Petros, and yeah, that's pretty much it, man. All right, I'll see you guys later. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Peace, and I'm out. Bye.